Can you guys hear me? Bitrate, what are you doing? I've never had it this bad before. Okay, how you doing, Opal? Yeah, it's kicked me off a few times. Cool. Good. Well, it's good to see you. Here we go. Okay, empty our inventory. Well, now I'm paranoid. But you know what? This time's for real. It's that Grim Dawn. It's way too strong for this computer. Can't deal with the technical demands of a 15-year-old game. Don't mess with me, Bitrate. I might actually have to turn a few things off. Give me a minute. Let's turn that off. Let's turn... Yeah, me too. And I don't know if this game's actually 15 years old. In fact, let me find out. When was Grim Dawn made? 2016. Yeah, actually, that's damn near that's 9 years old. It's not 15 years old. Well, now that we've maximized my inventory. I don't know, there's something cathartic. I very much appreciate games that have been like around for a long time and well loved. For some reason, I feel like they end up either a lot more refined or so much more understood. No! What have I done? Where's my belt? You will give me that back. Okay. Yeah, actually. I played the original Dark Souls a long time ago. Played through a lot of Elden Ring of late. I've not streamed the Dark Souls games, but yeah, I played a lot of those. Those are great games. Okay, Bloodborne is a game, like, back when it came out, I have watched everything about it, but I've never played it. Yeah. I mean, there's still a couple places I could have gone on the DLC. But I think at that point I burnt myself out of the game, just trying to power through it too long. It's the game that taught me that I need to pace myself. What are we trying to do? Okay, gather sacred ashes. Give it back to the Father's Bastion. Recover supplies. Okay. Now we gotta go to Sorrow's Bastion to talk to our Paimon friends. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm talking to Paimon himself. But yeah, Bloodborne is such a cool game. The only reason I haven't played it is because it hasn't been ported to PC. I've never really owned a PlayStation outside the PS2. So. Called this spirit. Do not mistake. Misguided attempt at controlling death. Baingarath. Hell yeah. I want to go kill a Baingarath. Out of all the Souls-like games, and there's a lot of them, do you have a particular favorite? Oh, hey, I keep forgetting about that totem. Let's go smack it. I can deal with either XP or better equipment. And killing demons gives me reps, so there's literally no downside for me doing this. Speedrunning Dark Souls 2? Hell yeah. Hey, you know, I mean, I gotta say, the Elden Ring DLC is not easy. It's good. A lot of the bosses are cool. But unless you like bashing your face against insane challenges indefinitely, you know, I could see getting tired of it. But it is quite good. I like the areas. They're fun to explore. They got a lot of Dagrons you can fight. Oh, are you? Oh, jeez. Yeah, no joke. That sounds amazingly hard. Ah. Now, very unpopular opinion, I still think Dark Souls 2 is the best of them. Elden Ring not being in the mix, mind you. Elden Ring is its own IP. Dark Souls is different. Played Dark Souls Trilogy, but never done anything New Game Plus before. Oh, fair. I played the first Dark Souls with, like, New Game Plus 5, I think, is the farthest I got. Dark Souls 2, I only got to New Game Plus 2. Dark Souls 3, I just beat the first time. I've decided that it's just diminishing returns, apparently. This is a really cool looking jacket. I am going to carry this, not because I want to use it, but because I want to wear it once, and then have that in my equipment. Nice. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that does bring up the question. I mean, sure, you'll get like 99 of every unique item, but like I don't get the appeal. There's very few games I played ad nauseum like that. I finished 3, but at this point, thinking, hey, didn't they have the Oh yeah, I get that, the PvP. Yeah, okay, I get you. But Dark Souls 1 had a remaster, didn't they? Yeah. I've never played the remaster, but... Oh, and the original's better? Well, what's different? Is it just different scaling? I thought it was just a, you know, upgrade of graphics. Nice. Bunch of grays. Now we're talking. The commonly good looks. Never the OG? I get ya. Huh. Interesting. But hey, if it looks better, it looks better. I'll take it. You know, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Back in the day, I played it on Xbox 360, so my experience is limited. I've never played it on PC. Dark Souls 2, however, I have on PC. I even bought it twice because Scholar of the First Sin. Then go for the remaster on PC if you play it again. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, I gotta do that one of these days. I mean, it's gonna take me a minute before I get back into Souls-like mode. Because, as I mentioned, there's so many of them, and I end up playing a lot of them, that sometimes I need a break of just, like, you know, endless boss rushing. For a Die Edition, there aren't supported online. Oh, no! That's awful. One of the best parts is having somebody wildly overpowered invade you and try to kill you. Yeah, exactly. Although Elden Ring put it in the invaded's favor, right? I might be thinking of a different Dark Souls. Like, it was designed to gank the, which they may have changed it, but it was designed to gank the invader. To just play the remastered? Yeah. I don't know. I guess it may be hard to do, but I do kind of like that pseudo-multiplayer, single-player experience, right? Right? Where you can kind of see other players interact. They have the little hints everywhere. 2 to 3 versus you. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. But it does show that the people who get really good at that are really good at it. Using the Taunter's Tongue, then you can get... Oh, that's cool. Is that what the Taunter's Tongue does? I don't think I ever got the Taunter's Tongue. A quick music check. Make sure we're still on the OST. Okay, this is pretty sizable. I can appreciate that. Oh, yeah? That's cool. I am particularly counterculture, and I tend to enjoy non-meta builds. Although I don't think I've ever heard of Peeve. Legendary parry? No, I haven't. Although I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think I know what his specialty is. Now, hear me out. This may be a stretch. It's all good. I've been playing some OSTs in the background because I spent many a run just listening to the Grim Dawn one. I need a little more life into it. Helps enhancing the chill experience. Oh yeah? Hey, you know, I'm taking suggestions. Let's give me a minute to figure out how to get through here. Kill the enemies, then we'll switch over to it then. I just gotta be somewhat cautious when it comes to copyright stuff. Oh, okay. Here, let me switch over to it, hit watch later, and then we'll do that. Oh, that's not what I want. Ah! There you go. I'll take a look at that later. Oh, which one? We'll do that in a queue. First, I'm gonna put a, Actually, Actually, we're gonna go a few more songs for this. I'm sorry, I'm kind of jiving on this pseudo jazz. But we got a queue. So it's this, then DS2, then a which OST do you got? What you got in mind? Oh, okay. Nice. Well, give me a second. Let me see if it's on Spotify. Unreal Tournament Zan. Interesting. I might have to investigate that one. We'll put that one in the queue. Like, is it kind of a rockin' soundtrack or a little more of a ambient one? Oh, this is huge. Okay, hold up. Y'all gonna need to stand by because we just got a big level up. We got new armor. I'm gonna put this on really quick. We got a badass sword. We got a badass armor. Yeah. Can afford the poison drop in favor of the ether drop. The piercing is going to be brutal. And then we got this S-word. And this necklace that I'm still trying to decide whether I want over this one. Might of the Direwolf sounds quite good. You can do the whole thing, but rockin'. Okay, nice, okay. We were talking about synth music yesterday. Which I gotta say is a genre of music that I'm glad is coming back. Now, I did mention I'm a little more omnivorous when it comes to music, but I don't know. There's something to be said about, like, good 80s synthwave. Get you in the mood for an adventure. I'm glad I just picked up an item colloquially known as supplies. Okay. This may sound odd. Have you guys ever gotten to a, like, ambient soundtracks? Like, all it is just ambient background sound? There's a musician on YouTube that's pretty good called Cryo Chamber. They do a lot of that. It's really good. But that's just if you want, like, background sound. I usually have that going when I'm playing, like, D&D and stuff. Really sets the mood. Unless, of course, you're, like, in a bustling city and you have walking in a cave. Oh, okay. Dungeon Synth. I like it. There's one channel that has a penguin on the cover that looks pretty cool. Oh, techno. Hell yeah. Good way to get bumping. There are a couple really good techno bands. If you can call them a band. I guess techno artist is the proper term. That Dark Souls inspired? Really? Okay. I like that it's inspired. Interesting. Now, I remembered a whole lot of stuff about WoW. The soundtrack is not something that stands out as memorable. It may have just been a long time, though. Burning Crusade? Well, okay. Wrath of the Lich King was okay. I thought that was pretty cool. Cataclysm is what did it for me. I held out for a, Okay, fair, fair. I think I played it for so long that I usually had my music going in the background. So much that I've lost it. Maybe I missed out. Damn. Yeah? Your Behemoth has inspired me. I might have to go back and get some cultural enrichment here. Okay. Because if anything, you are piquing my curiosity. It has been so long since I played that game. Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight after the stream. Nice. Yeah, back when that was a popping out, I kind of got into lo-fi pretty hard. Okay, boss time. Get a little healing item. And deal with Captain Cannon.
Another pathetic human? Very well.
Okay, okay. Yeah, those are my hit points. Those are dropping. Ah!
No resistance is out there.
Oh my god. Come on, Commander Lucius. You don't want to do this. You do so much damage! Oh no! Get away, get away, get away. Until that weakness disappears. Yeah, I will look at chat again when I'm no longer in mortal peril. You know the rules. Yeah, Menhir's Will. Just procced. Got him. Woohoo!
Victory.
Huh. Okay. Good remake. Are you reading Jim Butcher's? No, but the Dresden Files is absolutely phenomenal. Wait, why do you mention that one? Is there a new one coming out? Why didn't I lube up? Woo! Yeah, I got Harry. It's like, I know I put points in it because it's incredibly useful, but I know I'm in a bad way when Menhir's Will pops up. Oh, that is such a good series. I was lucky that when Battlegrounds came out, I was working at a bookstore at the time, right? Retail. And they let me put the book on pre-order before it was even out. Like, I was able to read it. Yes, I do think the Aether Salve would be good, but as I mentioned, realistically, am I really going to do it? Oh, nice. I'm going to have to check that one out. Nice. I did. I got halfway through the book before it actually came out. And then they let me buy it. Because I wasn't allowed to buy it before it was a, for sale. But they did let me have it next to me on my desk, basically pre-ordered. And I could read it on my breaks. Go on. Lucius Blade Arm of Ether. I mean, that's pretty strong. However, 684, 606. This is better. Oops. No, I am kind of excited. Like, I was reading up. I seem to remember they mentioned that the Jim Butcher series is going to be, what, 17 to 19 books? So and I think we're on book, what, 15? So I'm glad that we actually have a lot more to go before they're done. Well, if you started a fan theory, I'd join. Do it. Try it out. You never know. You probably find a bunch of like-minded folks. I myself have been thinking about doing an audiobook for like short stories. Maybe demoing that out. Oh yeah. Trust me, like lore channels for like books and games and stuff are like my top tier favorite. I like whenever I'm working on something on my computer, I usually have those going in the background. Oh. Just hearing somebody get philosophical about, like, a particular video game that has no right to be that philosophical, so good. Tell me, sir, what do you have? Wow! Legion Warblade, you say? Well, well, well. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Well, let's switch out my weapons and armor, and then we'll see what things look like after that. Yeah, actually, I'm very much a Librophile. I love books. I usually read them at random, believe it or not. Because, like, I like books enough that, like, if you're selective, you kind of read them faster than you kind of, at least I do. I read them faster than I can kind of collect them, money-wise. So it gets to the point where it's like, you go to Goodwill or something, or like get somebody taking a Goodwill bag, you just get a paper bag full of random books and just start pulling out paperbacks. Deep, intricate, and contact exponential layers of goats and weave into game, par with your work. I get you. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to reel it back a little bit. However, does the goat not represent the plight of common man? The directionless nature that we wrought? Okay, cool. So, eyes on the prize. I want all of these things. We're doing a huge shift. Awesome. I got my leaf blade. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? Put it on the body. That hurts. I don't like missing that pierce resist. But maximizing a ether is worth it. Okay, that one's the toughest one because that Maven shield is so good. But the Might of the Dire Wolf. I don't even know what that means. Chance on attack, huh? Now let's try it. I'll get the self. I'll get the self. I promise. Increase area of your role. Include Lord of the Rings. Huge what? Huh. Holy crap. Give me a sec. Sorry, the room I am in is actually incredibly warm and dry. I'm sure you do. Jesus. Give me a sec. I'm dying. Alright, I think I've tamed my coughing. Yeah, the air in this room is incredibly dry. Which is ironic because I live close to the water. Well, that looks cool. Huh. Huge shift. I guess we took a blow on a chaos resist. Do I have enough for the black tallow? Maybe. What's that do? Amulets and metals? Huh. That washed state life? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm just getting a calculation of what all we're doing. Okay, there we go. Oops, there we go. I am going to sell this now that I've got the thing. Sorry, I've just been pounding water for a second. Another one? Hell yeah, which boss are you going after? Maybe that's one thing I should do on the Discord, is actually having a looking for group channel for a point where you say, hey, I'm playing this game. Does anybody want to play? And they'll be able to pop in that way. Okay, nice. How is this sword looking now? Still more powerful. Impressive. Okay. Huh. Some of the winds of eternal spring to mend your wounds. I like it. You know, Night Rain's kind of a got me on the precipice. I'm still not sure whether I want to dive into it or not. It looks fun. I'm sure I play it a little bit. Hello, do you sell me your things? How should I trust you? Enough talk. Time to die. You know what I totally forgot to get? Oh, Deep Rock Galactic is such a good game. I actually do play it. I go for long stints between play. Oh my god. Stand by. Sorry, I want the Black Legion to like me! There we go. But yeah, Deep Rock Galactic is really good. I have 3 of the base bosses and 1 lord. Nice. Okay, so you're just kind of going down the list? I'm actually a big fan of all the, oh. But see her dead. But interesting. I'm a big fan of the Deep Galactic series. Have you seen a lot of the, what's the game called? It's coming out. It's not out yet. Rogue Core. That one looks really good. It looks like a good cross between a Borderlands and Deep Rock Galactic. We're looking at the spirit requirements on this thing, seeing how viable it would be to transition to this hat. Gives me health, Raging Tempest. I value McDrogan's Pact more. Oh, me too. That game looks really cool. I like the classes too. They got kind of, you know, person with bird, person with knife. And I kind of like the idea that you can find better weapons as you go on in the game too. And they're still mining, which is, I can't stress it enough, the best part of any game ever. I love digging holes. Oh, hey, I did have one. Attached to savagery. I did max out my ether resist. There we go. Oh, I played the hell out of Terraria. That game's great. And dare I say, I've dug a lot of holes there, too. Which is kind of impressive. Back in the day, they were threatening, and yes, I'm going to call it threatening, Terraria 2, but since, you know, the last 5 years, I'm kind of not sure it's ever going to happen. I keep seeing State of the Game updates, but I do not know if they're ever going to continue. Kind of wonder how they get their income, though. I get you. It is really cool. Have you even played on the hardcore difficulty? Which, needless to say, is kind of BS. How powerful that is. Or how dangerous. Oh my god, there's mines everywhere. Dangerous that is. You know, with my health regen, these mines are kind of nothing. Just don't step on them in the middle of a fight. I'm sorry. Give me a second. How many over am I? 16? How much does that give me? Huh. It really is. I think insane is the perfect way to describe it. Chris. Okay. We're still making steady progress to beat the main game. Gotta get these mines out of here. Yeah, exactly. See, okay. And let me tell you, once you actually get to the, what is it, New Game Plus, after the Flesh Wall, I can't remember what it's called. That game is, it gets untenable. So those bosses are unreal. The enemies are staggering. I was pretty clever when I played. I tend to make fairly tall buildings, so it kind of rendered the pirate ships obsolete, because it just ran into my building and didn't move anymore. I don't know, when you play games like that, do you go for like the artistry-based building, or do you go for more practicality over anything else? Because I don't know, I'm of a mind that if you're gonna spend the time at the base and kind of like live there, it's got to look cool. Feel the same way. My current survival game fix lately has been Icarus. That game is so fun. Practicable. Sometimes you get some funny stuff like underground bases or sky bases. That's awesome. Music? Music. What are you doing? There might be soundtrack changing real quick. Come here, an obelisk. You know, an obelisk is specifically a single stone tower. Oh, well, okay. All right, Diablo 2 OST, here we go. And then we'll look up the WoW one. But I get that. I've been playing the game Icarus, which is particularly fun, but that's more like because it's a good base hunting simulator while still being in space. I've been slowly beating the missions in there. So slowly. That game's long. But my bases always end up being a rectangular box. But the insides look really cool. At least I think they do. I don't know. I like all the benches and stuff looking practical. Make a nice little bed. Decorate. If I do an in-between series, I might do another one that for like Operation Death Ray, the level I'm stuck on. God, what is this lightning? What is this? What is happening and why? Okay, hit points, I'm gonna need you to get back here. Oh, that's my new lightning ability. Apparently, the ability to just drop lightning on people is in my arsenal. I thought I was taking damage. We're okay, okay. Whew. Oh. You know, I know it's a video game, and I know that, like, you know, it's designed to be kind of shocking, but I'm always taken aback by the titanic piles of bodies lying around. It really kind of goes to show how bad the ethereals are in this game. There we go. So what games coming out lately have really got you guys excited, if anything? Has there been anything particularly exciting that just popped up on the radar? I did find out not too long ago that Death Stranding 2 is coming out while I'm on vacation. Which I'm definitely going to be playing that after I get back. That game's too good. Oh, well, I didn't expect you guys to win. Thought I'd go in and save the day. You know what? Fine. I'm going to go fight some demons, and you all can go to hell. There we go. I've always mentioned how much I've enjoyed the aesthetic of this area. Just the ashen wasteland. It looks so bleak. I would hate to be here. But the obsidian is so cool. Just tearing him up. Equipment looking like not too bad. Yeah, after I finish the rover bounty board, at least getting into the next level, I think I'm going to start pressing towards the Black Legion. Get that Warblade. Okay, enough of that. You needn't throw chaos at me. Nice. Oh. Enemies have more health, and they regenerate. Noted. Alright, you got me. I've forgotten how much I enjoyed this soundtrack. Ambient as hell, but so good. I get you. I mean, there's something to be said about mastering those. Valid, valid. I mean, I guess there's so much new stuff that it totally gets might get overwhelming. I get that sometimes. I do, you know, for the sake of the channel, chase a lot of new experiences, though. And I gotta say, there are a lot of really good games out there. Like, really good. Claire Obscure, I didn't expect to blow my mind, but it's quite good. The first Death Stranding I loved. That's why the second one I'm so excited for. Outward was an amazing game. There's some games that I've been positively whelmed about. You know, I wasn't overwhelmed. I wasn't underwhelmed. Just about what I expected. There we go. Level 56. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Okay, these enemies are pretty strong. Good thing they're not doing more damage. Ah! Really? Okay, I have not played that game. I've never been a huge fan of a Grand Theft Auto-like games, but is that one any good? Well, I mean, I guess if you haven't played it. Maybe that's not the best question, but... I don't know, there's something about that format that just doesn't jive with me. I don't know why. There's very few games I played that have had that format well. Left 4 Dead 2 is a great game. Ah. Oh, okay. If that's the case, I do strongly suggest it. It's not a terrible single-player experience, but it is enhanced by having a couple friends together. But it is doable by yourself. Both, really. I think if you get the second Left 4 Dead, it comes with all the levels for the first Left 4 Dead. So you might be able to get a combo that way. Because why make a decision when you can just choose both? I would play the first one first, just to kind of get continuity, but the stories are completely different. Like, you could play the second one, and you wouldn't be missing anything from the first. Other than just kind of like, you know... I don't know, the kind of game it is. I like the characters in the first game better. Although they go a little bit deeper into the characters in the second game. It's more of an episodic game, right? Like, it doesn't really have true continuity. It's like each area is a, kind of like a movie. Well, in the first game. They tried to have a little bit of continuity in the second one. Like, it was designed to be a multiplayer game. It does. You don't have to have the DLCs. Also, you don't know the half of it. They have an update every week that adds new stuff. It's pretty crazy. But all that new stuff is just like, hey, we added a new gun to the game. We did this. I feel like it's one of those games that's a permanent work in progress. But it's pretty fun. It's very much like a Robinson Crusoe-esque game. That's fair. Okay, okay, okay. And they're still coming out with more, too. And I will say about Icarus is it's very much a, I don't know, selective taste. Like, do some research and watch some Let's Plays of it first before diving in. Because though I do really like it, I can see how others would not, for the same reasons that I do like it. It's Robinson Crusoe, so they just plop you out in the middle of the wilderness, and you're expected to just like, hey, build a base, tech up, survive, complete a mission, right? And then, like, you know, outside you get these rare resources and money, and you can buy, you know, meta currency or meta equipment that you can bring into a new drop. But they've moved away from a lot of things that appealed to me the most from the beginning of from early game. Like, before they had this sort of thing where the game worked in real time. So, like, let's say the first level, they gave you 24 actual days to play the game, right? Like, your character, they dropped you, and then, hey, this warp thing is going to pull you back up to the station in 24 days. But, the thing was that the time ticked when you were offline, so it was 24 live days, right? And if your character was still on the planet at that point, that character was gone, because he was still on the planet, never recovered, and he died. But if, like, you know, you ended up died and went back to the station, well, you survived. Well, it's true, they moved away from that, but I thought that was kind of the appeal. I really liked the idea of that survival aspect, that super risk. Now, I understand why they moved away from that mind. It's not like that anymore. They still do have the real time, so kind of. Warframe? Yeah, I can get that. Crafting a Warframe is pretty brutal. I played a lot of Warframe. But it's not that bad if you kind of know what you're looking for, and you're willing to wait. I kind of fell out of it after the, what is it, War Within? But my buddy, Vox plays a ton of it. Yeah, exactly. Well, it still goes when you're offline. So you just play as normal. But yeah, now with the Icarus, like, let's say a mission, you get 6 hours, or 6 days, right? But you can actually pause the timer when you turn off the game, and when you pause, it's not, like, permanently online. So it's a lot more accessible that way. I used to do that with, I don't know if you guys ever played, like, an idle game. I don't know, they're weirdly addicting, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's just basically you got number go up the game. You make a few decisions, you have it going on in the background. Boom. Y'all have a good time. But there's a point in your brain where, you know, it comes up with the question of just like, what am I doing? These guys are hitting me real hard. Oh, like the cookie idol or something? Yeah, I've played a couple of them. If they got, like... They have a couple of them where they're idle games, but you can actually legitimately beat it. I like those. Or Cookie Clicker. You're doing nothing and you paid for it, too. You got it on a tee. Yeah, I feel like money spent doing nothing is money well spent. I mean, technically, isn't that what you're aspiring for? You make a ton of money, you go on vacation, right? Just so you can spend the money and just do nothing. Yeah, Titan Quest is a great game. Titan Quest 2, I mean, I'm willing to try, but, I played a ton of it. I'm actually playing it on my own time. Kind of. It's a passive spending of wealth simulation. I don't know. One of these days they're gonna come out with an idol, that actually has like a really good story, a compelling story that you go on. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, Kane, one thing I will say about or can it? Yeah. Kind of. Like, Titan Quest is, basically it's a good game, but it is, basically it's, you're playing Grim Dawn, just worse. Like, Grim Dawn did everything, Titan Quest did, better. At least in my opinion. Yeah, Halo 2. And I remember playing Halo 2 when it came out. Legendary is BS. Because they just didn't give you enough ammo for anything. I'm happy I got into Halo when I was younger, but I think I'm over it. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Yeah. Okay, pros and cons. I feel like I'm producing more lightning, which is ultimately better. Cons. These enemies seem to be hitting me harder than normal. I think it's because my chaos resist, but I'm not sure. Yep, that's my hit points. Maybe it's the vitality resist I'm missing. Hank Hill butt? Damn right. But that's why he wears like a sweatshirt around his waist. So you can't say it. Oh. There we go. Okay, this guy's gonna be scary. Let's go. Let's put on a B-bomb. I spent him. Oh my god, get away from him. Get away from him now. No! Couldn't help that you noticed that you hit me really hard, sir. I will look back when I'm no longer in mortal peril. Okay, we're okay. Got the Andromedicus, or whatever it's called. Cindervein Mantle? Yeah, I found a lot of cool stuff. Don't get smacked in the face. Well, get smacked in the face just right. Gotta make sure they hit you on the forehead. The strongest part of your skull. Ooh! This is like a better version of what I'm wearing. So much so that all it's doing is giving me more armor. Oh, whatever. I'll take it. I get one more point of chaos resistance. That's victory. What else I get? I got this. The Avarice of Adronius. Perfect emerald, openly flaunted by Master of Taxes, Adronius Filion, prior to his introduction to the knife in the back. Okay. That. Wow. I mean, I do like me the Might of the Direwolf. It's growing on me. However, that's vitality resistance. That's piercing resistance. That's chaos resistance. That's elemental. I can't pass this up. It's too good. Got a bone snap gavel. Okay. And now we're back to me paying attention. But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Titan Quest. As I mentioned, I'm playing that on my own time, getting through the main campaign, because they got a 3 DLCs. On a lark, I decided to purchase them and try to get through them. Because I was thinking, like, hey, if I ever beat this challenge, I'm going to need another game, yada, yada, yada. And I gotta say, starting up Titan Quest is very, very slow. And the early game's rough. I can't imagine playing that game hardcore. I just want to see what the DLCs are all about. I heard the Atlantis one wasn't very good, but the other ones were. Right now I'm kind of gearing up to go up to the Great Wall. I made a basic-ass poison build. Yeah, exactly. So basically in that game, you go through all the historical places. So first you start with Greece, and you go to all the Greek places, you meet Spartans, you go to Athens, you go to the Prophet of Delphi and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. But then you go to Egypt. You undergo an Egyptian story, fighting these things that are trying to raise up the Titans. Then you kind of go up to Asia, which they have this combination between a Chinese myth, like Taoist myth and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's just that level is incredibly hard. But it's kind of cool. From Egypt to China, you go through Babylon, which is interesting. I don't know. I like the tie to actual like history and myth. I mean, they take a lot of liberties, but it's still fun. But like I said, like how you make your characters the same as Grim Dawn, how you Oh, I only got 2 points? Oh, okay. Leveling's basically the same. The only thing that's really different, and I think it's pretty cool, well, at least I'm glad they tried, was the fact that all the enemies' equipment is in their hands. The enemies have that equipped. So let's say you got this badass legendary sword, right? And then like some satyr's coming after you with it. Well, unfortunately, you have to fight him with the badass legendary sword before you can get the badass legendary sword. Which I thought that was pretty cool. Idle Games? Doesn't Idle Wizards have an end? I don't know. I never got to it. I feel like you're going through my entire library. How are you doing this? I don't know if it has an end. It's designed to, like, repeat itself. Oh, you brought up, like, all the games I've been playing in the past. It's like, wow. It's either that or you're amazing at guessing. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know if Idle Wizards has an end or not. I mean, I got pretty far, but I never really mastered the game. I got a little nonplussed going through the challenges. I found some challenges I couldn't figure out. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this game. I'm wasting my time. I'm playing a game I actually play. Wow, I'm killing things pretty quick. It's a good feeling. We've reached that equilibrium. You know, that one is one that I've kind of put on the back burner. I've actually bought the series, having not played it before, or I played the first one. I've actually wanted to go super deep into it, but then I got Phoenix Point, and that game is really good. No, I actually really do like XCOM-like games. I like going into a full campaign, not knowing whether, like, you know, you have metagame victories, you have minor victories, you can, you know, absolutely dominate in, like, the little tactical battles, but still lose in the giant, you know, campaign. I think all those little details are awesome. Get a little more spirit. And give my mana some love. Oops. I guess it doesn't matter that I sell those. Okay, now we head back to here. Go here? Yes, because I'm trying to... All right. Silk Swatch goes a long way. Yeah. And then this necklace. I'm committed. Keep add-on. Boom. Maxed out in piercing again. Feels good. Feels real good. I maxed out vitality. Awesome. I've actually maxed out everything except chaos. Yeah. We done good. Gonna bask in that for a while. What strange game? Or which game is strange, rather? Okay. I'm curious. Hey, you got some coffee? Cheers to you, Opal. I've been trying to decrease my caffeine intake, so I kind of went with water. Oh, Disco Elysium's amazing. That is an absolute banger of a game. Consume the coffee. Become one with the coffee. Nah, coffee is so good. I know I asked this before, but how do you take your coffee, Opal? Are you a cream and sugar kind of person? To figure it out? What? They play Disco Elysium? Sorry, I may have missed the mystery. What are you going at? Can it hat? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, this is what I'm doing. But no, Disco Elysium is actually an amazing game. I played it for a while. I figured it was like one of those games I'd have to play on my own time because of how I play those games. But yeah, no, that's absolutely super good. I love the narration of it. The best part. And the fact that the entire game is character creation. Yeah, actually, and I kind of... The thing is, I tend to go backtrack and try to do everything when I play on my own time. And I'm also not trying to, like, I'm 100% focused and not trying to, like, think about talking. Light roast plus medium, powdered sugar, poplar honey. Okay. Bit of rice milk and sometimes put a little protein powder. Oh, nice. You bulk up. I like it. Well, it's not just talking. It's trying to come up with even halfway compelling things to say while trying to focus on a puzzle, while trying to maintain a narrative, while simultaneously worrying about what other people are saying, whether my stream's still going. Needless to say, I'm constantly at a point of multitasking. So when I say I focus on a game, I'm really focused. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I wouldn't have noticed it until you guys said something. And then I saw the bitrate and it was skipping. It was so bad. And that's also super crappy, too, because, like, that's one of those situations where I don't even know what to do. Like, you know, do I stop the stream? Do I start it again? Do I just wait for it to do things? I refreshed my Twitch like 3 or 4 times. I don't know. No, I use Streamlabs. I mean, OBS is quite good, but I prefer to use that for video recording rather than a streaming. I feel it has a lot more recording functions than it does the streaming ones. Which may be false. I like using the add-ons and stuff. I'll be honest, it probably uses a lot of CPU for me too. But I'm kind of computer stupid, so... I like that it automatically creates a bunch of like apps and add-ons, and I can just add that to the game. It took me a minute to figure out when I first started streaming, but... No, it's I actually think OBS is an amazing tool, though. There's a lot of customization of what it does. It's just, I feel like it takes a little more technical know-how than I have had time to learn. And truth be told, I can be a little bit daft when it comes to computer stuff. OBS? You use it when you get around to streaming here and there. Oh, okay. Nice. When do you normally stream? Or is it just more of a hobby thing? Okay, I get you. Oh, nice. Hopefully you had a good time. I think kind of that... The beginning part of streaming is pretty hard. Because, like, when I first started streaming, I mean, I roped my friends into it. So I always had, like, at least 5 people watching, which kind of made it, you know, encouraging. Also, thank you, Low and Vox and Mad Hat. I appreciate all that. But, yeah, it's when it kind of, like, moved on to... turning the stream on when they're playing. Like 4 or 5 hours a day showed. I mean, it's possible. I mean, think about it. It's a when you're streaming, you're basically showcasing it to the world. And I mean, while that's fun, I mean, not everything you do you want to be like, you know, public. I don't know. I'm saying that like I know what you want. But hey, maybe if you get the opportunity, try it out. Set a goal for yourself. Because, like, once you get over that hump and it actually gets, like, normal and, like, to a schedule, it's actually incredibly fulfilling, I think. I really love streaming. Like, you know, farther down the road, it gets to the point where I can live off doing this. I would do that so fast. Where am I? What? What's going on here? Like a necromancer circle. Huh. Instantly. People would never see you again. Hey, I mean, shoot. Isn't that kind of what we do? It's like we use the jobs that we have to make a living to fuel doing what we like. But if we actually get to a point where we get paid doing what we love, why would we waste our time in those other places? I think it's all attainable, albeit incredibly difficult. But that's kind of what makes the chase, you know, more fulfilling. As yes, there's the risk of failure, to be sure. But there's something about trying and potentially succeeding that makes it incredibly rewarding. I'd love to live the last... live off... Oh, yeah. Hey, there's streamers who do that. There's one I like watching, named Lethal Frag. And he's basically been doing the same indie games for so long, and he just plays those forever. And he's been streaming for, like, damn near 10 years. Yeah, that... I don't generally play games that way, where I can hyper-focus on a single game, but... I think that would be pretty rough. But if you got your following, then that's what they want to watch. Hell yeah. Did you? Yeah, it was, back in the day when Binding of Isaac was huge, I was watching him play that. It was quite good. That game is phenomenal. I mean, the fact that it had so much replayability. Like, you know, you can play it for so long. And I did. I played the crap out of that game. I don't think I ever did Rebirth, though. I dropped off of it before then. That was well before I even thought about Let's Playing or streaming or anything. I just kind of had that going in my background. Or streams going in my background while I was playing that. Is it really? I've not played a lot of Spelunky. I've seen a lot, but it didn't seem like the kind of game that really gripped me. Gameplay-wise. Like, it's more amusing watching people be good at it than it is playing it. Because isn't the game, like, basically you die in one hit? The game, and you just kind of have to play perfectly for a run? Okay. That's brutal. Probably have to spend a ton of time learning that game in order to just master it over and over and over again. But people do it, so it's possible. There are ways to live. Okay. Yeah, that's true. It's the goblet of blood. That's the secret. You must drink the blood of your enemies. God, I've learned so much about life and everything. Yeah, exactly. I can't tell if I'm in a damage puddle or not. Everything is lightning-y. Well, I found me a girdle. We're saved. The fiend leather girdle. I don't know, I've gained a lot of inspiration watching other people stream and doing that. It's kind of like what encouraged me to do it. It's like, man, if anybody can do it, why can't me? I'm an anybody. How much over max am I on this? 37? I might switch out from the purified imbued silver to the chaos resist one, if there is one. The black tallow. Oh! We're back to the demons. Oh. Yeah, so we can switch out any of our, what's-its for better stuff. And we can get Skellyman Key. Witch Stalker. The Eye. Uldajax. One-handed axe. Where's my two hands? There we go. Bremer. It's a log. I would love to give streaming a good 6 months of full time and see where I get. Yeah, that's basically my goal. Soon, I'm going to be trying to do that. I feel like I've got enough of a financial basis that I can actually achieve that pretty easily. See what I can do with a good 10-hour day. Yeah. Now we're talking. Really commit to it. Well, I've learned to value the day off. It's very important to have a time to, you know, recharge. In fact, if I was actually going to be streaming, like, you know, multiple, you know, long-ass days, I'd probably have 2 days off. Well, no joke. I live with somebody else, so I have to wear clothes when I'm in the house. Much to my dismay. Back when I had my own apartment. You guys didn't know I was in my underwear or not. You have no proof. Exactly. That's why I kind of prefer being an ethereal voice in the background. Now, I've heard, like, the whole engagement thing, it actually does make sense, and to, have a face for people to look at. Yeah, it does, but, I mean, it's for a good cause. And they're not all bad. There's a lot of advantages. I get you, yeah. See, does it make it different when it's, your family? I feel like that's the aspiring goal. I get you. Fair. Yeah, valid. Valid. That probably feels pretty good. Like, finally, silence. Exactly. Crack open a bottle of wine. Good times. Ooh, another dangerous domain. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Keep it fresh. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Not everybody can say the same thing. And bravo to you guys. I raised my water bottle to you. In fact, I'm going to drink from said water bottle. "20 years, man. Great work. It's good for you." Especially when it's like 1,000,000 degrees in the room you're in the middle of summer. Yeah. Keeps the voice nice and fresh. Ah. Boom. Easy. This may be a tangent, but I'm gonna, make an awkward segue. Speaking of living on your own, so I was looking it up. It looks like Tesla straight up has a building that you can buy that's completely, like, almost self-sufficient. Like, it comes with a water cistern, a septic system, a solar. It's connected to Skynet. Or Starlink. Sorry, not Skynet. And I mean, like, that seems pretty cool. You buy a bunch of land in the middle of nowhere. You don't have to connect to any grid. No, I'm not even trolling. Like, you can literally buy a building and you just plop it on a piece of land and it's, like, connected. It's crazy. I mean, it's similar to those, have you heard about those Amazon delivered houses? And this isn't even a troll. That's, like, a real thing. Yeah, exactly. Although, isn't that kind of a problem when it comes up to a solar? It's I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But, like, you have a battery bank. But you really have to, like, watch how much energy you use. But I love that. Go out in the middle of nowhere, stream during the night, farm during the day, have, like, a freaking orchard. That would be the shit. I think I'd be like my absolute best self then. Ooh. Empowered molten walkers, huh? I mean, they're better than my current boots. They don't really do anything special. Then again, neither does my 25. I guess I lose all my poison resist. Huh. I'll put that in there as a maybe. I want to be an apple farmer. That'd be legit. Grow some trees. Get some bananas, pears, peaches. I mean, how cool would it be? Just have like a freaking peach orchard? I'd eat peaches till I'm sick of them. I mean, think about how all the cool stuff, like, you know, you got a cabin out in the middle of the woods. Or, you know, patch of land that you have an orchard in. And then, like, you know, you got your goings on, and then, hey, today we're streaming Grim Dawn. You know, for example. You know what happened today? We had a beautiful elk walk into our land. It was the damnedest thing. I saw the chupacabra. And a man in a black hat stood outside my house, knocking on the door 3 times, demanding that I let him in. I don't know. I can imagine the world would get pretty weird if, you know, you lived in pseudo-isolation. Yeah. This cabin has apple, peaches, bananas growing outside. It's the Bigfoot you speak of. Are you related to them? You know, maybe. You know, me and the Sasquatch, we really hit it off. First we were a little tentative, but then it became electrifying. 6 feet. Are you like 6'5" and hairy? Damn right. I also blur in front of cameras. That's my main favorite treat. Yeah, my instrument of choice would be blowing into a, you know, moonshine jug. Honk, 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 honk. Although I will never be caught dead wearing overalls. I feel like that's the one Exactly! I mean, how else am I gonna make the music good? By wearing overalls? No! Never. I've never liked overalls. And don't get me started about suspenders. Like, in my mind, those are basically like a, you know, tuxedo t-shirt grade clothing. I'm sorry, did my XP bar just go down? What happened? With white Nickies? I'm assuming you mean shoes? I don't think I've ever heard the term Nickies. Or do you mean Nikes? My God, Nikes. I know how to read. right. Although, okay, jokes aside, I actually do think the banjo is an incredibly intricate and interesting instrument. The people who are really good at a banjo are staggeringly good. Like, I feel like guitar is easy mode in compared to that. Ooh. There we go. He runs in the room to shake his head at me. Mad at, so help me God, I will have you enjoy banjo. Oh no. I dumped everything into my save bag by mistake. There we go. I'm sorry, what's going on with the pan flutes? Okay, wow, this album's long. Jesus. Okay, well, we'll be listening to this for a while. I'm enjoying it. I hope your game's going good, Mad Hat. Man, I miss tabletop gaming. I was talking to my one of my friends earlier today. They popped up on my phone, and man, maybe we would just want to drop everything and just start a game again. Get the gang back together. But alas, time being what it is not the easiest thing to do these days. No, but I'm not against it. If I felt like that's something people would want to watch, I would definitely do so. Although, fair point, I'm not the best DM in the world. I'm actually fairly new at it. And I feel like doing things on the computer so that it has like kind of a visual thing to go with it takes a lot of technical know-how and preparation. Two things that I'm not great at. I'm more of a kick down the door, let's get down to business kind of guy. You think so? How do you mean? Sabbatical? Like, is there kind of a, Oh, okay, cool. So, like, free assets? Oh, sweet. See, I struggled a little bit with Roll20. Yeah, just kind of like learning how to use the app enough to, you know, make it functional. I mean, granted, I didn't devote as much time as I could have, and that may be my downfall, but I don't know. The amount of improvisation that goes into my games is staggering. But I blame the players. If they actually went through the very obvious story routes, I wouldn't have to do that so much. But no, it's actually more fun that they do it that way. I was flirting around with the idea of writing out my last campaign that I did, because I really enjoyed the story, and it was really enhanced a lot by the you know, the actual players in there, how they built the world around them too. You just use webcam. Wow. Actually, now that you mentioned that, that sounds really easy. Damn. That's a really good idea. Again, with the preparation thing, I've always been more of a theater of the mind kind of person. instead of the visual reference, but, you know, that's not a terrible way to go about it. You know, I'm going to remember that. That sounds really good. Yeah, no, I'm thinking about that. I mean, I flirted around with the idea of a cooking streams. Why not that? There's so many demons. Outlocked Sin. Yeah, one thing I was thinking of is, like, you know how a food is usually showcased in games, and they usually sound kind of interesting, and, you know, sometimes, you know, nonsensical and whatnot, but I would think it would be fun to try to, like, recreate some of those recipes during a stream, for better or worse. I don't know, the idea just kind of, like, percolated in my head. If I ever had more time and kind of like a devoted fan base, I might try to do that. I do love cooking so much. Quite a few things, actually. I spent, as I mentioned, I worked quite a while in the culinary field. I'm trained in classic French cuisine, but I'm gonna be honest, I absolutely hate classic French cuisine. But I've always been fascinated by, like, kind of what people ate historically and, like, how they prepared them and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a lot less interested in, like, fine dining and much more interested in, like, what, you know, Farmer Pierre is eating. Like a good farmer's paella from Spain would be amazing. Like soups. Soups are good. I have to dive more into barbecue for sure. Parlez-tu français? I do not speak French, no. I can make French noises. We're playing that with Claire Obscure. Yeah, one of my favorite things to make, French cuisine, no joke. I mean, it's kind of the simplest thing. I kind of like making, like, fish is one of my favorite things ever. But you make, like, a nice, delicate fish, like a salmon or something, right? And then you make a good beurre blanc, reduce it down. Get something sweet in there, like a sweet chili beurre blanc. And then you do that. If you want to get super excited, you can get pink peppercorns and crust the salmon that way. Get some scalloped potatoes on the side. Some broccolini. You got yourself a good-ass meal. Really? I live in a place where it's rather common. Stir fry? Oh, no kidding. Sorry. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've been around food for so long in my life that I can talk about it ad nauseum and never feel hungry. That and I just ate. Landlocked state? No! Well, you probably got a lot of stuff that I don't over here. One of the advantages, roommate I live with, works in the culinary field, so he gets a bunch of salmon scrap. So we just get, like, you know, a bunch of free fish. Feels middleman. A stir fry sounds pretty good. What'd you do with it? Granted, there's probably some farm-raised salmon around. Had a pawpaw? You're absolutely correct. I have not had a pawpaw. Dare I ask what a pawpaw is? No. You're on a little island far away. But you live in Britain? Hawaii? No and yes, Hawaii. Oh, interesting. Okay. Root native. Oh. You know, I've always been fascinated with the Appalachian Mountains. Or actually, how do you pronounce them? Is it Appalachian or Appalachian? I always call it Appalachian, but I'm a Pacific Northwesterner, so. Like mango and a banana. Oh, man. Okay. I'm sold. I want a pawpaw. Appalachia. Okay, cool. I don't know, I've always liked the idea of Appalachia, but it's the mentality of it that fascinates me. And it's also the mentality that, you know, ultimately alienates me. Is, I don't want to go there as a tourist. I want to, like, live there for a while. See what it's like. Really embrace it. I want to know what the local experience is. However, I also know that's generally not the most Isn't Papa name of that dog in the apartment they went into and they got guns from? What? No, that's Ma and Pa shop. Yeah, so if you go to the Ma and Pa grocery store, he'll sell you a shotgun. Boom! There we go. And there's more. Call now. We got demons. Demons galore. They are doing frightening amounts of damage. Thank goodness for my resistances. For sure. Yeah. If you call in the next 10 minutes, you get it with 10 easy payments at $5.95. Almost. This is unprecedented. I'm not yet ready to invoke the hubris gods. But I'm feeling it inside. The hubris is dwelling. I'm pretty much bombastically displaying, yeah, no one can beat me. You know who I am? Neither do I. I'm a Dansky. But the question is, what is a Dansky? How a Dansky? Can one truly only have a little Dansky? Wow, slit scale leg wraps. Go on. It's good for a different build. Good for a different build. No, really, who am I? That one Jackie Chan movie. Who am I? Who am I? That was not a good movie. But in my dream to see every Jackie Chan movie out there, I had to. Excellent. No, no, it's literally a movie called Who Am I? This soundtrack just keeps going. That was Poo Pop. There we go. Yeah, we got our little Archeon. Or Archon. I don't know where I got the extra I. Oh, holy shit. I finished the quest. We gotta go back to Father Kaimon. See, I feel like that's like my biggest curse in this game. Is I absolutely I'm so used to playing it that I can just keep moving forward forever and I completely forget that there's quests that I've completed. What is this quest? The Tomb of Korvac? What? Would be honored, blah, blah, blah. I will find the relic. Cultist, the Tomb of Korvac. Where the hell is the Tomb of Korvac? There's a Tomb of Korvac here? Grinding mandates? Yeah. Northern Blood. Okay, cool. So we got the... Oh, God. Come on now. Korvac. Turn to 5. Yo, maybe I should have read what that quest said. What should I level up? I dare say... We're feeling a little... What? What am I feeling? Here. Why is this red? Well, that's phenomenal. 22? What? Is that so good? I don't think I've ever had a red skill. Yeah, mandates in this game are not the best. But, you know. What are you gonna do, right? I don't think I've ever got a, Oh, wow, I did. Defiled Chosen Star. Great. That one's pretty good. If I had more regen, I'd be all into that. Learned. Okay, make sure I got all these. Nothing particularly fantastic. And I guess this is where the super stuff lies. Hey, that one's not bad. Two-handed mace. Was chaos resistance? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm aiming at. Is I'm pretty proud of my thing, and I'm pretty close to it too. Yeah, but for real, what is my quest and how do I do it? Yeah, Codex. Let's go to quests. Temple of 3. Bane of Cairn? Is that what I'm doing? No, Kaimon's Secret. What? There we go. Special task entrusted within Ascaran Mountain. North of Darkvale, there's a tomb which houses a powerful relic called the Eye of Korvac. Father Kaimon wishes you to recover the relic. Will please Imperium. The eye, said to be lens to the man's soul, allowing Kaimon to appear in the hearts of followers. Eye is hidden from mortal hands. Is that the cave I already went through? I feel like I've already done this one. Now what's this? Cult activity? What? Uncomfortable with the cult activity going to an old tomb and it's gonna. Yeah, we're going back to the tomb. We're going to a tomb. I sang the ABCs. What? Yeah, I'm pretty good with the alphabet. I'm pretty much a mean hand when it comes to addition, too. Yeah, that's right. I got skills. I guess, yeah, Scared Mountains. That's it. I think especially looks like a tomb. There we go. Hey, what's up, Lo? How you doing? How's the day treating you? Feeling good, I hope. Trying to stay awake. What? I'm proud of you. It's 8 o'clock. It's like your normal bedtime. Did you guys go out today? I know, right? I mean, soon you'll adjust to it and you'll be, you know, back to your power gaming self. I get you. I mean, we only got a limited time awake. Might as well, you know, try to enjoy them. Exactly. I'm gonna be honest, I'm the same way. Can you imagine how much we could get done if we didn't have to sleep? Like, if scientists could just cure sleep, or cure the need for sleep, I'd never sleep again. Really? I mean, I guess I like sleeping when I'm sleeping. But otherwise, I don't know. I like doing stuff. Oh yeah, that's my recovery plan too. Basically, every time I feel sick, you know, like sick enough to actually call out of work, I basically just go to sleep. And 48 hours later, I wake up and I'm better. Well, 24 hours really, but... I don't know, I've mastered the healing coma. Okay, I get you. I get you, yeah. Exactly. I think you nailed it down pretty well, Opal. Although I do gotta say, if you like actually fall asleep and take a nap, right? Like a good 2-hour nap, because that's like the perfect time for a nap, and then you wake up like refreshed in the early evening. Oh, I gotta say, you feel so good. I get you. Usually I don't realize I fell asleep until after I wake up. And And then I go into an epic sleepy battle with my alarm. Act of laying on your phone, scrolling YouTube shorts, and then just waking up the next morning. It usually isn't a problem for you. Oh yeah, that I get. Yeah, usually that's when I consume the most YouTube and stuff. Is basically whenever I have that going. I hate to see it. When I listen to people talk, it makes me fall asleep more. It sounds a lot worse than it is. You know, that's smart, Radical. It's actually scientifically proven that, like, the amount of stimulation your phone gives you, even little bits, it makes falling asleep much harder. Oh. I don't think I've ever slept in pure dark. Although, frustratingly, it being summertime, I usually go to bed, you know, in order to get ready for work, during the day. So it's, like, still sunny out. Wait, you don't do it because the phone's smart, or is it smart not to do it? This courtyard is huge. I gotcha. Well, more power to you. The preferential way is simultaneously the healthy way in this case. There we go. There's nothing wrong with being a hipster. Yeah, I was doing it before it was a fad. He says in a groggy voice. Nerd! Oh, I didn't realize that was an emoji. Okay, see, for the longest time, Lo, I actually thought you were just calling people nerds. I didn't realize you were making an emoji. Or, emote. As he eats the cold leftovers and stares at the screen before going to bed. Exactly. Although, hear me out. There's something to be said about cold leftover pizza. There's very few better snacks than that. Maybe chicken strips. Yeah. Yeah, so the 7TV emotes, they only show up on the stream itself. For me, they're about, you know, the size of, you know, a freaking grain of sand. I don't know what... No. We're not doing this again, Lo. You don't use 7TV enough for me to justify this. I'm not getting Chatterino. I don't know what it is. I don't want it. Re-indulging? Oh, hell yeah. Although reconstituting stir fry is good. I'll show you a boomer. Ooh, fizzy drink. So talk to me. What's your go-to fizzy drink? Like, honestly, for me, it's either ginger ale. I actually recently found a bold ginger ale. And boy, let me tell you, it's bold. Beer. Oh, yeah, a good beer is good. Okay, what kind of beer is your favorite, then? I have a preference on that, too. Kind of a residential expert, if you don't mind. This Lich Guard shield's cool. You could sell your phone and use a cup and string. You're absolutely correct. In fact, like, the cell phone is simultaneously my favorite and least liked thing on the planet. Basically, like, I like how you have the connectivity. It's convenient. You have that, you know, in your hand. But honestly, it's basically the device that just means that people can bug me no matter what, no matter where I am. Like, back in the day when I had a landline phone, it was great. I could just not be in the room and boom, no phone calls. But no, I'm not that much of a Neanderthal. I use a phone. Exactly. It's true. I could put it on silence. I could also stop paying the phone company and throw it away. Unfortunately, two-step verification is too important, unfortunately. Exactly. See, I mean, being contacted, like, what happened to people putting effort into, like, getting to know people, right? Like, when was the last time you sent somebody a letter? With the expectation, like, you know what? We're pen pals now. You'd get a letter saying, Dear Radical Sabbatical, I really appreciated our last correspondence. I'm glad to hear that you were doing well and that work is going fine. Here's how my day is going. How? See, you gotta make them work for it. At that point, then you actually do owe them your time. It's like, okay, the amount of effort you put into trying to contact me, I'm all ears. You have 100% of my attention. P-U-S-H. Now, believe it or not, there's sometimes to get a phone call that I actually enjoy. Yeah, my sister calls from time to time. And, you know, we just shoot the shit. It's a good time. So there are benefits to having a phone. Getting to the point where you're seeing your time and energy is sacred. I get you. I mean, damn, you can't be that old. But I get you. Energy, though. That's definitely something that's tough to get through. Yeah. Well, I don't think people necessarily ruin that. It's expectation. And sometimes people tend to have unreasonable expectations. And can't even justify, well, why? If they can always justify the why, then I'm all ears. And keep in mind, there's a difference between people and a person, right? Like, people suck. A large conglomeration of people with their, biased opinions, blah, 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 just kind of going with the horde mentality, garbage. But individuals are fun, unique. They have histories, they have stuff going on with them. Pop in on your stream afterward? Sure, I don't mind. I'll definitely give it a shot. I'll be going for a little bit longer, but yeah, if you're still on, I'll shoot you a raid. I don't know. I've always appreciated individuals over kind of like mass opinion. Kind of the one thing that I've enjoyed with this streaming stuff is I very much enjoyed, having the ability to, in a way, in some loose pseudo social, nature, being able to like get to know folks. I actually appreciate seeing you guys. But yeah, I do see some streams where people, basically it's a cult of a personality where you just got thousands of people. Yeah, exactly. I'm worried that one day, if it ever gets to the point where I can't keep up with chat, which, I mean, if people are chatting with each other, that's great. But if I get like 100,000 people trying to get my attention, then I feel like I'd be easily overwhelmed. Oh, snap. I think I might have to come back here because I've killed everybody before. Yeah, I killed everybody before actually getting the quest that I needed to kill the people in here. Exactly. And I mean, I know their strategies about picking and choosing the most entertaining things to talk about. Speaking in a more generalized term. But I refuse. I refuse to be the kind of person who's just like, hey, chat, here's who I'm talking to. Because, I'm simultaneously talking to everybody and nobody all at once. Like, no, I'm not talking to chat. I'm talking about Opal. I'm talking to Low. I'm talking to Spatical. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting on a soapbox because, I'm developing an opinion. Whoa, chat! Chat, wait. Wait, chat, wait. Look when I click over here. Did you just see that, chat? God. I'm sorry, these people are very successful. I should not bag on them so much. They're obviously doing something right. I mean, yeah. Although I tried the YouTube stint. The one thing that I found difficulty by being like a YouTube Let's Player is the fact that you're basically sitting in a room talking to yourself all day. Not easy. Not easy. What? Is there another cave around here? I need to find the Eye of Korvac. Riddle me this. Okay, so that's the treacherous domain. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, sell our stuff, go back to the main menu, and come back into the game so I can do that. Talk to yourself all the time. Do you say anything good? I don't understand the masses. You can understand individuals even when you don't really understand you do. The masses? Nah. I mean, the masses don't even understand the masses. Let's be fair. It's more of just like a tidal wave of emotion. Actually, you know, I get that. I mean, I kind of have a mild speech impediment, so I tend to do that to, you know, practice what I'm saying to make sure, you know, I can speak correctly and articulately. But I totally see what you mean, Sabbatical. Well, yeah, I think that's the problem. It's basically, yeah, it's a fluctuation of a tide of emotion. So basically, they're not really thinking per se. They're thinking individually, but they're like, you know, they're responding to other people's emotions. That emotion is, you know, developing upon their own emotions. Main menu? We're not quitting. I'm just, you know, hear me out. Although, I will say, sometimes there is too much speaking out loud. Or thinking out loud. Oh boy, do I work with some people who do that. It's like, you know, at some point, do you realize that I know your every thought? Because you speak them out loud? The emotionally charged aspect of it, plus the desire to fit in. Well, I mean, that's kind of the idea. It's almost a misguided desire to fit in, too. Because, like, think about it. It's like you think you want to the masses' opinions to be for you, but the masses' opinions are ephemeral, right? So basically, you're, like, seeking, you know, it's almost as if you're seeking, validation from a group that will never validate you. For, you know, because they have such a various reason. Being the odd one out feels awful. I suppose. I think generally it probably feels awful. I personally do not mind. Then again, I've always been a little bit of a weirdo. Okay. Yeah, I'll hear it out. Where the id strength is so strong it could kill you. Really? Interesting. It could actually kill you? Tend to go elsewhere. Either alone, somewhere. Huh? I get you. I guess it is hard to be the odd one out when you're on your own. Please. Oh, I've killed all the priests I need. Sweet. Now to pull out Korvax's eye. Yeah, that lightning ability is pretty cool. Whoa! Okay, hit points. I'm gonna need you to get back up. I do have 2 devotion points. Yes. Okay, now for the decision I really wasn't prepared for. I want the spear? From Spear of the Heavens is pretty cool. story. Defensive, ether resist, vitality resist. Damage, lightning damage. Arcane bomb? What? What can I connect to? Okay. I know, right? Okay, basically the thing you saw was a college classroom. They're all taking a test, and at a certain point, smoke starts slowly entering the room under the door. All but one kid are in on it. All-time music. This kid notices, but sees that no one else is worried or anything, and continues to just go along. Oh, interesting. So basically, instead of being the odd one out, they, basically just kind of go with the flow to the point of their own detriment? Which I feel like... Yeah, you did make that pretty clear. Okay, interesting. Isn't that kind of like a, similar to the, what was it, the bystander paradox? Where it's basically like, you know, if a ton of people see a crime, there's actually less likely for people to call it in. For the specific fact that everybody assumes somebody else is. Okay. So good. No, actually, I enjoyed that point of view. No, but I think you make a valid point. Is, you know, the desire to fit in can be a powerful urge, to be sure. I don't know what I got. I have completely forgotten the entire path I wanted to make. Is it Keeper of the Waters? That sounds nice. Do a health regen. Wow, okay, Mr. Tree, talk to me. Oh, that's pretty strong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going for the tree. Give me some gold. I mean... Nah, maybe not the turtle. The lion, maybe, because they actually have physical resistance. That's huge. And then maybe the lotus for the same reason. Energy regen. That would give me enough yellow. So 3, 5. I need 7. 5. What else? I also need blue. Gold and blue. Alright, we have decided. The mall slaps. The bear's good? Okay. Yeah, so my thoughts is I'm going for the tree for the health regeneration. In doing so, I'm going to get the physical resistance from this and maybe the lotus. And then the bear's pretty good. So I'm hearing. Physical damage is pretty awesome. The armor increase is good. Kind of a bummer that it doesn't have much in the way of, Ooh, mall. Okay. What does it connect to? I mean, savagery, but I'm kind of using it. And devil, maybe? Markovian's advantage? This I use pretty predominantly. Maybe I go lightning on this guy and then maul on this one. What colors are you? Blue and purple, huh? We'll need you. 14. Plus 5. Wait. Plus 1? Okay, bear is very strong, but it does not achieve what I need it to achieve. What I'm looking for is the complete constellation bonus. I need to get the points in order to achieve this. So maybe a different build. But yeah, I feel like if I go for an entire, like, my major build is health regeneration, it'll carry us through pretty long. That's like one of our main strengths. Wait, enough of that. And here I am fighting the one resistance I'm not good at. My Achilles heel! Yeah, right now with my particular devotion tree, I'm looking for particular color changes. Now, I like the choices I made, even though they kind of diverge from the color choice, because, I'll be fair, I changed my Endgore like 5 times. But I think we're on the right path. Okay. Hit points, I need you. You know, I'm gonna miss Desolation. At level 60, when I get the next tier, I think it's like Eye of the Storm. It seems like an incredibly good buff. However, having my lightning puddles, that's pretty strong. This sword is legit. Like, +1 to all shaman abilities is huge. Although I don't know why McDrogan's pact is red. I don't think I've ever seen a ability like that. Like, look at this. What does that mean? I did put a ton of points in it, but geez. Oh my god. That might have been a mistake. I have Giga level? Oh, okay. Well, I'm proud of the red then. Mask of the Red Death. What I wouldn't give for a nullification. Oh, hit points. Return to me. Give me one of these. I'm scared. Yeah. My character gets into so much unnecessary danger. Like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do the totems, but I do. I just gotta stay out of this guy's puddles. Got Deadwalker shoes. You know, if I find a decent upgrade to shoes, it's gonna be pretty awesome. What do you give me, sir? Nothing. That's a bummer. I like the basket. It looks cool. Totem loot, yeah, that's basically how you build your character, because it guarantees at least 2 blues. Right? It guarantees at least 1 blue. I don't know if I was unlucky there. But yeah, there's when it comes to finding rare loot, there's no real other way than the totems themselves. And I mean, it's the fact that it's a good way of farming reputation. It's a good way of farming a negative reputation to the enemies. Farming the blues, getting a bunch of magic items. Okay, okay. I see what you're doing there. Okay, the music is whipping out a theremin, and that will give me a headache if we're not careful. Alright, after this battle, I might switch it out to the WoW soundtrack. I'm still intrigued from what you brought up, Sabbatical. There we go. Ooh. The Dismember Stone. I'm sorry, what is a Dismember Stone? Do you really want that around your neck? Alright, music switch. Alright, let's see if this jogs my memories. Yeah. It does. It's actually kind of impressive how much we associate our memories to sounds and smells and stuff. Like in this case, I mean, I know it's the first song, but I actually suspect that if I listen to the music, I might actually place where that is in the game. That's my hypothesis, at least. Yeah, it sounds like adventure. You know, maybe I think there's like a science to it, like what good adventure music is. Like, do you think it's uppity? Do you think it's sad, mournful? Like, what do you think marks a good adventure? And I know every, motivation would be different, but... But no, get back in there. I will not leave until I have the eye. Well, okay, I will not leave again until I have the eye. Okay. Like, if you feel like you want to charge into your enemies for an epic last stand, is that like the good adventure music? I get that. Ah. Yeah, okay. Gnarlmash the Engorged. What do you think a soundtrack for a fantasy hero would sound like? You know, okay. So I'm gonna sound a little contrarian. It very much depends on what a fantasy hero, like what kind of fantasy hero we're talking about. Like, what is motivation? What's his motivation story, right? Is he going after vengeance? Is his main passion rage, righteousness? He's, you know, wronging. Is he righting the wrongs of the world, or wronging the rights in the world, depending on the hero? Is it like a, you know, it could be Frodo, where it's a lot of mystery but whimsy. Or I'm going on an adventure, not knowing what he's getting into. Yeah. Not the best. I get you. I don't know. I feel like good adventure music needs to incorporate a good crescendo. The crescendo is most important, in fact. How is this not the door? Am I tripping? I might be tripping. Like, I fought the guy here, didn't I? I think you have another dungeon? Like, there was a secret tunnel here. I mean, it's true. So yeah, if you got like you're you immerse into it. Yeah, so like depending on how much shelf mushrooms you have. So you have like, you know, the whimsical fantasy adventure. Or you can have like the dark fantasy adventure, right? Where you're in some like blighted, bleak land. That music's different. What about Conan the Barbarian? It's right here. There we go. Like, the Stormwind music makes you feel like you're really there. Okay, I get you. Like, you can actually see it as like a street busker playing the music on the side. I've always liked that. Like, in many ways, like, making a place feel, I don't know about real, but like a, you know, more immersive, like you're like more present in a place, is a place where just has music going on. If it's like a busy city where you just got somebody playing music on the side, or if you got like, you know, a fair where you got somebody playing like their friggin' guitar or mandolin, you get a concert. Depending where it is, it's like as long as there's music playing, you get a lot more attention to the present area that you're in, I think. I forgot to summon my friends. First time you walk across the bridge of heroes in the city, the sun is shining, people are everywhere. Hell yeah. Actually, now that you mention it, I don't think I ever made a human as a main character. I started as a gnome. Going into that dwarf city is so cool. Start off in a little town. It's true. I actually, the most clear memory I have of playing World of Warcraft is when I first got it. It was in the wintertime, because that's when my birthday is. So it was snowing outside. Oh, no. Harbinger of the Void. Okay, stand by. But yeah, it was like snowing outside. It was like, you know, you can see the glow from the window. I was sitting there playing a, you know, the dwarf area. I can't remember the name. And just wandering around, enjoying the place, getting like kind of a winter wonderland vibe. It was so good. Behold, for I have the eye of Korvac. I plucked it from his very head. Dun Moro. Okay, yeah. Garo's Bastion. There we go. Yeah, that place was really cool. And even in my... It really gripped my much younger self. Now, mind you, I've even made characters, like, farther down as I got older, just to make other characters, and... I don't know, it didn't grip quite as well. Oh, wow, I did rip out his eye. A shriveled eye brimming with arcane energies. You can't help but feel as if it's staring back at you. On the majority of my stuff. Okay, so I do gotta say, this is good adventure music. Speed leveling a druid to 10. Really? Okay. I don't think I've ever played a druid. I think I played a warrior, rogue, wizard. Wizard's probably my best character. Is it? Okay, hold up. It said it's part of the World of Warcraft soundtrack. I don't know what to think anymore. I've been lied to. Spotify, how could you? Orc Theme 3? I'm in need, as I did with you. Just the truth. Facing unfathomable foes is our duty to make necessary sacrifice. And this is when we find we're not facing Empyrean at all. We've been betrayed. Do we follow blindly? Or do we stand against the darkness? The messenger. You're not Kaimon, puny thing. Why has he brought you before me? Has he lost his senses? Has he fallen ill? No. He is a fool, and fools are punished. You're not the Lightbringer. Empyrean is gone. Gone! There is only Korvac. Kneel before his messenger. What's your deal with Kaimon? Kaimon found Korvac's tomb. He called through the veil, and God answered. Kaimon begged for a way to save his people. Korvac merely asked for his soul. Now Kaimon has the power he needs. Korvac gets his worshippers. What is Korvac? Korvac, who... When the world was not, Korvac is eternal, infinite, primordial. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we already know what happens here. Oh, remix? Oh, okay. I know. I mean, although that does bring up a very good question. It's like, well, what's the value of a soul? Like, in this world, where an entire body can be taken away, you know, by some ethereal tinkering, is a soul really an expensive thing?
Here they come.
Here they come indeed. How about now? Need to go back to Captain Reeve. You would never? May, fair. It depends on what they're offering. Probably best we never find out. Oh, right. Who wrote me this? I got this power. It is quite good. But... physical damage, bleed damage. If I press towards this, I get the Storm Totem, which... I don't know if it's any good. I can summon 3 of them. Sacrifice right. With sufficient practice, can imbue a totem which attracts reports of lightning. Rapidly fire electric bursts at nearby foes. Good anti-boss weapon. Sky. Mortal foam. Lightning storms. I mean, that sounds really cool. We're doing it. 2 points at a time. We're pushing forward. What's your offer? Exactly. I understand you wish to bargain your souls for Blue's fame. We're Deathclock. We're already famous. Wasn't there a totem around here? There you go. Esperia. You know, this song really kind of brings me up to the, okay, Stormwind music, yeah. This really does bring me to a very, just, like, quintessential fantasy place. Like, I could easily put this in Stormwind Castle, but I also, like, Heroes of Might and Magic. You put up, like, you know, the human heroes. Yeah, I can hear this music there, too. Anywhere where you can have, like, knights. Knights and pikemen. Scribe bracers, huh? That's pretty good. 42 elemental. Ton of armor. Elemental seal. There's my puddle. But I like my skills that it raises. Gonna hold out. thing I did notice about the storm music, it involves a lot of horns. There's something about a French horn that just... it sits right. Deleted. Ah, yeah, bongos. Orange grip. Action, here we go. Now, talk to me. The Black Legion, what do I gotta kill? The Outcasts and Ethereal Vanguard. So, damn, okay. Not sure what the Ethereal Vanguard is. Noted. Oh, hey, I made Honored. Nice. Already honored with Kaimon's Chosen, of course. But I want honored with these guys, damn it. I just need to find out what the Ethereal Vanguard is. Yeah, I just feel like dancing. I'm sorry, Relentless North? That sounds cool. Nice. They're good fighter gloves. Or soldier gloves. How was it? 910. We might go a little ways more. That's right, you guys don't get your blood. Let's see if we can see around the periphery a little bit more. Well, somebody will like me kill Chthonians. I'll get favor from somebody. I think it's Kaimon's Chosen. I'm sorry, 40 scrap? 40? Okay, I have a ton left. Okay, we're not going to dive into here immediately. That's like the super dungeon leading up to the skeleton key. We'll go a little ways. We're not doing the skeleton key yet. I don't feel like losing this character. Not yet, at least. There we go. Bust in the front door. I guess I kind of like how there's so many of our guys running around now. It's like it was completely filled with enemies. They had a little bit of infighting. And due to our character's intervention, kind of led towards, you know, our guys getting a foothold. Good feeling. Means I did something worthwhile. Come here. Yeah, these Chthonian Vanguards are always a super cool design. I feel like it's kind of a shame that they were rather underutilized. But then again, the monsters in the final dungeon probably have to be the coolest, right? And before any of the DLCs, this was the final dungeon. Yeah. God, the shrieking noise those things make is disconcerting. I think it's disconcerting because I can actually imagine hearing that. Oh yeah. Certainty of Valor, or Clarity of Valor. This one's one of my favorites because, like, it has the entire environmental storytelling they got here. So they had an altar, they were doing their blood sacrifices and whatnot, and you see this just pile with a charred corpse. And it's one person who just had a change of heart. So basically, you know, was a great devotee to Chthon, you know, getting blood sacrificed until one day they're like, no more, I have to stop this. So they knock over their altar, they do their little magic, and just get absolutely decimated. But you know what? They died heroically, and that's what matters. No, I did it again. You know, that would be utterly terrifying. Now, I can't imagine anyone else would have survived to see that, but just walking in, watching an entire group of people explode into electricity as this person runs in with a greatsword. That'd be absolutely, utterly terrifying. It's like, how can I win? Just wiped out 10 of my comrades. Not sure where to go here. Go back and up, I think is the best bet. Oh yeah, Devotion Shrine. Oh, why didn't you say so? I think the fact that I'm cutting through their armor is really making that work out. Put her points into... Oh shit, what was it? Lion? Lion. How do I get in here? Is this a secret door? Really not. You jest. Well, a mystery it shall remain. Where are you going, Holmes? You know, I initially thought there would be a gateway in here. I didn't realize there's a cop car going outside. Oh, it's right outside. Holy crap. Stand by, I gotta do a little looky-loo. Alleyway antics. Oh, that's a big demon. Guardian of the Gates. Good name. Gotta be careful of his poison puddles. Like so. To hell with them. Can you not fit through the door? Okay. It's like, what kind of guardian of the gate are you? There. Unstoppable. Oh, they're still alive. Come on now, we gotta put a stop to that. Excellent. We move on. Invoking the gods of hubris. I mean, they felt lonely. I had to. Gotta pay a little homage to the humors. Oh, God. I'm sorry, game. I'll never do it again. It's the one thing I want to be max resistance to, and yeah, we're not there. The Seal of Ligorian. I kind of like how this level evolves as you go on. So yeah, you had a bunch of broken seal, right? Like that thing on the ground. This thing being smashed means that the Ligorian can go out. And now there's just demons sitting in here. Get a sip of water and we'll press on. Yeah. There we go. You know, while I normally think movement speed is a luxury in this game, because I don't think there's really any build. Oh yeah, see the Ligorian's all over the place here. I don't really see any benefit to going faster. Like, I don't do more damage for doing so. I don't know. We've got a lot of... Everything that I've got has had some movement speed increase. That Tempest is going to go a long way. Home of Balance. Oh, somebody didn't like that. Hit points. Come on. Level 57 is unreal. Try not to fade too hard. My goal is to hit the Ligorian as hard as I can. And win or lose. Well, the floor's been destroyed. Nice. Oh, well, we got a circle of bodies. Bloodborne Thelonous. Good name. We'll maintain our B-bomb. That'll carry us through. This really is a good indicator to how strong we are, whether we're ready for the Lagorian or not. I mean, I guess we must be. Got him. The essence of the Grim Dawn? Excuse me? What might you be? That's a level 65 item. It's an amulet that does ether damage. Jeez. Okay. Physical manifestation of the suffering and death witnessed in the beginning of the Grim Dawn. Hell yeah. Yes. Oh no, this isn't where I want to be. Get back in there. Nice. Let's finish this. Do we level? Nope, let's finish this.
Take that.
Go get him, Ogrim. Wow, this guy's got a lot of health. Okay, I don't like that. He got his death wiggles. I don't like the weakness. Okay, okay. Wait for the weakness to fade. You know, this is a lot easier with the Ether Ray. A lot more damage. Yep. See, every time I hear that sound, I somewhat panic. Okay. Oh no. Get the vanguards. Which actually weren't that bad. Yeah? Okay, rude. Keep the tentacles down. Ain't messing with that nonsense. Don't like that. Oh my god, okay. There's a lot going on here. And notice my health dropped pretty fast. Need to remember to blink. Okay. Let our health get back up. Run away from the damage thingus. Okay, now he's got two little whirlpool things. That does suck. Almost there. Yeah, okay. Rude. Although he is standing in a desolation puddle. Jiminy crickets. Okay, we're almost there. Except this ain't horseshoes. Tank it, get him! There we go. Flippin' beautiful. Gorian dead. Kind of, yeah. So Chthon is supposed to be like the shattered god, a god broken up into many pieces. That thing was his voice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can learn all this in the devotions, which is pretty cool. Magnuson's trench coat. Nice. Found a lot of good stuff. But yeah, you can offer devotion to Chthon with... Where was he? Yeah, the dying god. An age preceding the creation of the mortal planes, an elder god was betrayed by his children, his body torn apart and drained of blood so that they could use his power to breathe life into their own creations. His remains were cast out of creation into a void, but incapable of death, the god lingered on in the darkness, doomed to an eternity of pain and madness, feeling the suffering and death of all mortal things that were given life from his blood, his name forgotten by time. The dying god is known only as Chthon, he who dwells below creation. Yeah. So yeah, basically everybody's blood is the blood of Chthon. Pretty much. You can pay homage to him and get power from him, but whether you follow his things, basically, yeah, every constellation I've been following has kind of like a little story going for it. But the larger ones have a lot more towards devotions to other things, like the Blind Sage, Ratosh. Yeah, even in the DLC, you can go after Korvac, you can worship him. Empyrean, the like head deity. Menhir, the god of defense. Azrakhan, the unknown soldier. Ulzad, Oleron, and yeah, so on. Everything has like a decent story to it, and it kind of builds the pantheon, which really shapes the world, which I think is awesome. And I know I've said it before, but I really do agree. It's like, I do believe it. It's the, truly, the story of this game is phenomenal. Uh-oh. What? No. Do not crash. Do not crash! Oh my god. Let's boot this up really quick. We'll see what I lost. Right at the victory, too. If I have to go beat the Ligarian again... Oh my god. Well... what did it cost? Basically, I gotta go kill that demon again. We'll do that next time. That is so brutal. That is so brutal. It's like it never happened. Why? Why would they do that? Oh, I think it's time for me to go to bed. With that, I hope you have a good night. I'm gonna start a moving over to that lurk. Or not lurk, a raid. Give me a second. Search. Rico. Oh, what's his name? Stand by. There we go. Never mind. Okay, I can't figure this out. My brain's a little bit fried. But with that, hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you tomorrow. We're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3, so that should be fun. But with that, have a good night. I get you. Yeah, I think that's the case. Good night.